this like a celebration ceremony. It's as if it's the last performance on Earth. I wish somebody told me this shit like back in the day. Life is beautiful, but I'll also remind you that it's a shit show. So don't get too cozy.
Welcome to Jaan Kruusma podcast episode number 32. This time our guest is Markus Rafael Nylund, also known as Mark Lund. You cut it down like a startup.
My name got a haircut, yeah. And Vicevoid is also my producer name.
And we are here today to celebrate life, end of the year, and Markus's new album.
Yes.
Before we start, Markus, who are you?
I'm what am I? I don't know. Just some guy on a podcast, I guess. I make music, I write poetry. I live in Finland and I express myself through words and music and melody and I don't know, I'm a man.
What are you not?
What am I not? I'm not a plumber. I should have become a plumber though. Life would have been like easier, simpler. Have a steady paycheck. Maybe a wife in Espoo. I don't know. Some kids and a dog and a nice house and a green lawn. A big TV. So I don't have any of that now.
But you're an artist.
Yeah, I guess so. Like if I have to put myself in a category, I think the artist is. It feels weird saying it. I still feel like a fake wannabe artist.
Still going on for how long have you been doing music? 20 years?
Like, longer than that. My own. You mean writing? Well, I've been playing instruments since I was like 7 maybe, and then like. Writing my own songs probably for 26 years, 27 years. I'm still
and
big.
Still you consider yourself fake?
Yeah, it's like a part of it. It's like I'm a con man.
Who are you conning?
Myself.
In what?
I don't know really. Just it's like I found a loophole in the system. That if I'm an artist, I can play. I can just be a kid forever. Because we play guitar, we play instrument. It's really form of play.
But you still practice.
Oh yeah,
create.
yeah. I suppose I'm like some kind of professional musician.
But why? How can we straight to the point? How can we remove the fake, the idea of the feeling of being fake?
I guess there's an imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, but when I say it, I almost mean if like somebody is not fake, then they're like not legit or something. Because I'm also a performer. Like when I'm on the stage, I have to put on a show. But it's not like me. I'm not. It's part of it. Like I'm an actor in a way. Like is an actor real or is an actor fake? Like the whole thing is being fake.
Yeah.
It's literally their job. Also the performer and the showman. So it's like I say I'm the most fake person ever. I'm so fake that it's real.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, but I've thought about this a lot. There's lots of literature written about this, and then of course it comes into the identity and all this, and this has been always a challenge for me to even as a as a person real. The Buddha said there's no self and blah blah blah. So even the whole mind is a kind of a illusion creating machine. The whole world we see is a dream. So when I say fake, it's almost the admittance of I willingly live in this illusion palace.
Now we're also recording with video and audio.
Oh, I thought we were still practicing. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you, world and its inhabitants. Yeah, I was talking about the
Being fake? Or
yeah.
real?
I mean, this is a deeper question for me. Like when I say it, it's maybe not the same that like I'm like selling fake jewelry on the street or something. Maybe it is a bit like that. Like there's a little bit of a conflict there, but I'm also like playing with this idea. I kind of like it, and then I almost celebrate the fact that I'm terrible at everything. Except what I do, like the music stuff. I'm very confident in being an artist, even a fake artist. Like I'm the real fake. So yeah, it's something. It's a constant theme, and then it starts to bleed into the personal life, of course, and causes all kinds of problems, like you've seen throughout the years. We've known each other for a while now, so you've seen my
ins and outs.
Yeah,
Hellos and goodbyes.
yeah. So that's part of it also, like this whole disappearance act, like a magician. Like, ooh, I'm here. Ooh, I'm gone. Or, boof, nuke the fucking world.
Once I was, remember, like I was listening to music and I was getting like angry to it.
Okay.
Because it touched my sad side.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some sadness there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I ask a personal question? Where does this sadness come from?
I think there's like a general sadness, just the pain of existence and suffering, and but I probably also my own unprocessed traumas and this kind of like personal that I don't even necessarily understand consciously, but I feel it, Just life throws its things at us sometimes a bit too much.
Have you ever thought of like for me when I start to like analyze stuff and think about fears also, or life is in a way sad because we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the feeling of going to the streets and just taking people, we're all gonna die?
I've probably even done it. I mean, in a way, I might have even sang about it. I mean, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, part of this tragedy of life and kind of angry at like, what the fuck? I don't know if I believe in God or whatever gods, but there's almost the anger, but also I love it. Like it's beautiful. That's what makes life so amazing, like special. So there's a love-hate relationship with this. There's a new song on my new album called Sun Known. I have a love-hate relationship with the sun.
The sun?
Until I become someone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a new album goes deep into this theme. New album is called Drifter's Paradise. You can find it on Spotify and all the streaming platforms for free. God damn it.
Can you?
That's the way it goes these days. I asked people like, I'm going to just sell it on my website. I'm not going to put it on any streaming platform. People who can buy it, and I'm going to sell it for like 100 euros. If you want to fucking listen to it, you have to buy it. And then everybody said nobody's going to buy it because they don't even know who you are, man. So I have to whore myself.
For me, like when I saw the new, I was probably not angry, but yeah, a little bit like angst because you were gonna come to the podcast and then you cancelled.
Yeah.
Then I saw your post and I'm not gonna read it now. I was like, not. Gonna
you were angry. So you lied to me that you.
No,
were
I didn't lie. I told you like if.
No.
I will be angry, but I will not admit it.
I forgot that point. But I asked before I canceled, like, what's your cancellation policy?
Yeah.
And then
that's me being soft.
But then you told me, and then I thought it was so sweet what you said, like that you will be angry with me for 2 years.
Yeah.
Although you won't admit it.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, I'm not going to cancel. Like, why cause people to suffer like this? But then I canceled anyway because I'm a fucking jackass.
That's
jackass of all trades.
Maybe if I wouldn't have said it, you wouldn't have cancelled.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, yeah, let's poke it. Let's see it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit a masochist like this. I test people like I'm evil. And then I canceled it. And then I asked you. You said it's cool because it's so much in advance. I canceled it in so much advance, not like previous day.
Yeah.
And then I said, like, let me know when the 2-year countdown begins, so you can stop hating me.
Yeah.
Like we had this whole discussion. about it. But the reason I canceled is because I was like really depressed. And when I'm depressed, my brain starts to like destroy shit. It wants to like get some feel.
Have you imagined how would you kill yourself? Sorry, for me it's always like a shotgun to a head or something.
I'm too much of a pussy to kill myself.
No, okay. So you just go to the depression?
Yeah, like no, it's good. I go to this. I don't know. It's a weird state to like oddly pleasant state, almost like. But I don't feel. I don't feel joy. I don't feel pleasure, and then like almost feel nothing. But anger is better than nothing. Almost like anger is a lifeline. You know, it's almost like I'm disappearing or something. I don't want to exist anymore. But anger is like somebody throwing the raft. Like, yeah, I'll hurt people, but at least I'll stay alive. So it's like my last. I get frustrated if like nobody's if I'm not famous, and maybe then they'll notice. Yeah, it's this kind of thing, but working on it.
How would you describe or what is depression for you?
What is depression for me? I think it's just a kind of hopeless state. Just even like when you wake up in the morning, like usually if you have something you're looking forward to it, you know, you get out of bed and you take a shower, but once I lose this, I don't even want to get up out of bed. I just want to stay in, like everything feels pointless. It's also an overwhelm of emotions, I think, or thoughts. Maybe it's like before depression is like a high anxious state, like just too much. And then at some point it's like something goes and then it just cuts off everything. And I don't know how to define it though. It's a very tricky thing because in a way it's also kind of bullshit. I think I just play this game with myself.
What do you think is the what's it called prerequisite
for depression?
For depression for you?
Man, that's a tricky one because I've tried to do everything. Like I work out, you know, I create art, and I've traveled. I've done like healthy, clean diets and fasting and juice cleansing and yoga and meditation and girlfriends and relationships and tried to be open and a good dude, and I've tried it all.
Yeah, and it worked.
Nothing actually. I don't know why, but and then people are like, "Oh, you should try this. You should try that. This helped me." And I don't notice any difference, honestly. I do the cold showers, all the breathing, all this shit. But maybe I haven't done it like properly. I've been like kind of dabbling. The only thing that's helped is music. Actually, that's the constant. And I'm not saying those other things don't help. Like if you're just like shooting heroin in the fucking crack house all day, you're probably not going to be very happy. So I do try to keep a certain kind of balance. But I also tend to go too far, like obsessed with like health or veganism or diets and everything. I go like too far, and that becomes then its own kind of neurosis. But yeah, this is one reason I didn't want to come on the podcast, because I'm talking about things like I don't know actually anything. I don't like I can experience it, but my music is the real depth, I think, where I actually put it into a form where I'm let's say talking about what I know, but when I talk, it's almost an exploration of thought. Just so yeah. As an artist, I'm very confident. As a man, I'm like zero confidence.
That's honest.
Yeah. But that's, again, like I say these things, but that's where the fake comes, because even that's probably not true. I'm just full of shit, man. Yeah. What do you think about depression? Do you struggle with it?
Yeah, constantly.
What? But because you've told me before that you can kind of relate to, and you almost get angry at me for maybe expressing what you feel or something.
Yeah.
You wish
because
you could...
I'm not. I am actually faking it.
What you mean, that like not deleting everything?
Yeah. Like, everything's okay. I just continue.
But what? Yeah, this is. I'm almost envious. Like, why do people? They've also told me they wish they could just delete everything. Also, I'm like, why don't you? What's stopping you? So, I wish I wouldn't have that. Like that, something would stop me. But I reach a point where like I just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I do, but I don't. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it that separates us there? What is it that keeps you?
For me, I think I've invested so much in social media specifically.
But I did too. I mean, I paid your company back in the day.
But
still.
But it's kind of my profession in a way also.
Yeah.
So it would be a little bit like committing suicide.
It is kind of digital suicide.
And
I think I have more lives than a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm up there like this. I think I'm good now though. I've kept these ones around for quite long. Although I deleted my friends on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't delete the account.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I deleted all everybody. Now it's just embarrassingly like
generic feed?
No, it's like I don't know. At some point I said you can like send friend requests again, but nobody did. It's just like who's this loser with 12 subscribers on YouTube and his fucking world-class music.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's like, why aren't you like more famous? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That's a big irony of it. Like,
yeah.
Because
maybe it's 13 now. Maybe I haven't checked. But every like one I get now, I'm just like, wow. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to be grateful, like, because there's no point thinking, oh, I wish I had millions of fans. Mm-hmm. If I get from 12 to 13, woo! Mm-hmm. It's like another person came into the club to see me play. Mm-hmm. If I get it up to 15, we're rolling, baby. Yeah. Now I feel like I'm getting a little bit too excited with like a little bit like a hard on here. Ooh, yeah. I'm like
So anything more to add about depression?
Oh yeah. I'm not even started yet. Like that was just a prelude, man. This is part 1, by the way, in a 10-part series. Each episode is 4 hours. That's just the depression part.
It's fun to talk about the depression.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, I know, because it's such a bullshit thing, actually. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like my arm fell off. Mm-hmm. I'm fully functioning. But you asked also, I think another thing it is. Then I'll shut up. It's kind of like anti-gratitude. Mm. Gratitude is like appreciating what we have.
What is anti-gratitude? Is there a word for it?
I don't know. I call it negative gratitude or something. Like not appreciating what we have, or I don't really know.
Pushing away,
or not even not even maybe even blind to it. Like suddenly, like the depressed person, he forgets that eyes are blinking. Mm-hmm. Mouth is working, saliva running.
Dick is still working.
Well, sometimes. Ears are hearing, you know. Mm-hmm. I still have hair. Not everybody doesn't have hair, no offense. Mm-hmm. I have limbs, and it's cool to not have limbs. I mean, if you don't have a limb, that's your thing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we have so much. Nobody's tried to kill me today, yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like the depression, it's like you suddenly become blind. You go into this mode of, I wish I did what you don't have, basically. Yeah. Curious to hear what you think about this. I know you've gone through your depressed stuff, but I think you're not so much the kind of person who shares about it.
Because there's a weird thing that many people outside of my home think I'm like the happiest person alive or something. Not happiest, but like positive. I'm always like trying to raise the mood when I'm in like a group of people or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when they're like not totally friends, but like, you know, like people who I know, but they're not like daily friends. So usually it's, I think it's an optimistic impression.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, I think the depression is more like being needed or something.
Or yeah. Okay.
Because there's a paradox to it.
You mean you feel like you're not needed? Or?
Not needed, yeah.
Ah. Okay.
So for me, like I'm trying to.
So you feel pointless, kind of, or something.
Like why am I even like alive or something? Why am I doing this? Like it feels so pointless.
But does it come and go for you? Like does it, or is it like more chronic?
More like waves. Yeah.
But sometimes it's not there. You feel needed.
That's a good point. Now I went to work 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And now there I feel like kind of like a fake sense of being needed.
Okay.
In a professional level.
What do you mean by fake?
Not fake because it's not totally fake, of course, but it's like it's job related in a way.
Okay.
If I wouldn't have that job, I would be totally unnecessary person in that environment. So it's a conditional sense of being needed.
Okay, interesting.
I think. Maybe. But there I kind of like still feel that I'm still doing like I'm doing my part as good as I can.
Yeah.
It's not fake, I think not the right word, but
this is a new insight for me actually, this needed thing, because I feel like this also, but I didn't realize that that's part of it. Like I said, there's a bit of a blind spot there. When I get into this depressed state, it's like I just don't even know what's happening anymore. But this,
if you would know, it would be depression.
Exactly, yeah. So it's almost like a blindness, or like an inner blindness or something. And that's what makes it tricky, because that's exactly like, yeah. By the way, I would like to do one thing here, because lots of my 12 fans might be maybe half of them might watch it, that they would also like, who the fuck are you? Sorry for swearing. Like yeah, you asked me this before. So
if I reply like you, then I'm a fake podcaster.
Yeah, that's my boy.
For the impressions, for those anonymous.
Why do you want that? Why do you need those?
So I'm needed.
Okay.
And I can provide some value. So it happens maybe once a month when someone comes to me and says, they've listened to a podcast, maybe like what I recorded maybe half a year ago or 1 year ago. And that kind of is like usually my response is like, it doesn't matter. I'm like trying to be humble, but at the same time I get like an ego stroke, like.
But who are you beyond the podcast? Like, forget about the internet for a while. Like as a person, as a man, for people who don't know you, basically.
I'm doing the podcast to kind of figure myself out.
Okay.
And I'm using I'm using the guests to kind of reflect the topics that I'm blind to.
Okay.
Not unaware of.
Yeah.
And I realized like podcast gives me like tool for inner reflection, talking with good friends, talking with people who I might not see so often, or just people who I like, but I don't have this personal connection. Yeah. So this gives me a good excuse. But I am...
It's a tough question, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. That's why I'm like...
That's why I started actually talking about the fake thing, because as I was telling you, like I don't know who I am. And then I started feeling fake when I was telling you, like I'm a musician. What the hell does that even mean?
But it's easier maybe to answer what I want to be.
What do you want to be?
The expectation. I want to be a good man.
What does that mean? Like,
one coach replied to me that I'm trying to be like God. But it's out of my reach.
Do you want to be a good man or great man?
I want to be great man.
So good is not enough.
Yes. That's a very nice... not nice, but it's... Yeah. So
what, like great in the sense that do you measure that with like success or money or...
Money is not... I love money, but money for me is not a measure of success. Let's say if someone is rich or poor, it's not for me. Of course, poor is like
me. No.
Like maybe like
I'm not poor.
You know what it means? Like
kind of, but yeah. I'm poor in Finnish standards. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean.
So but, I like.
Are you? Is your relationship with money? Would you say it's healthy?
No.
Is that a mind fuck for you? The money thing game?
Totally. I like, for me, like, went to the work. I can do whatever day. I can work over hours, whatever. But I realized, like, when they're starting to let's fix the fees or the salary or whatever. Like, then I know it's like done or like fixed. I don't have to think about it. I just do my work. I like to get the salary, of course, but like if I need to think about this, it really fucks my motivation in a way.
But you've also had your own company.
Yes.
And is that?
I still have the company.
You still have the name,
like
yeah.
More like yeah.
But would you say that was a successful venture, like this, having your own company? Seven Blaze.
It was
7 Blaze, right?
expanding adventure.
Yeah.
Like I think I started like straight away from college, the company, as a social media marketing company that we built apps first. It was like before mobile phones.
Yeah.
Before
what year
smartphones.
that was?
2011.
I like being an interviewer more. No, I'm just asking you. Let's forget about me. But for a moment, because I little bit want to explain to people like how we also met.
That's a good point.
I can tell a little bit like it was.
You met me at my not the peak is wrong word, like a single man peak. Like living, not peak, like living in a nice apartment.
No, I'm thinking like when we met we met in your apartment.
Yeah.
Literally, we were making a music video.
Yeah, yeah.
Should I look at you or should I look at these sometimes? Or?
If you want to talk to them, you can talk there. But
I'll just talk here the rest. So I moved to Estonia in 2012. By the way, I'm from Finland. Forgot to mention that, or did I? Yeah. I'm from Earth. So I moved to Estonia in 2012. And then end of that year, I believe we shot a music video.
Oh, that's quite early then, actually.
I had quit music that summer.
Okay.
And then I was tired of it. I went. That's why I came to Estonia. I went to university to study liberal arts and humanities. What a bunch of bullshit. Like that's not even a real thing.
Maybe it was.
Sorry, I have friends actually who graduated. So
was it wokeism in disguise?
Probably before. Yeah, before. That's when it kind of started, the wokeism. Probably
it went like it started as a cool thing and then it went like over the edge or something.
Maybe yeah. Like the phenomenon it started kicking in there, but I could also already notice it started. We just didn't have the woke word yet. I believe at least it wasn't in the mainstream. Anyway, so I started that. I needed to at least a break from music. But I did see like, okay, Tallinn University is beside the film school, the Baltic Film School. I thought, maybe if I like decide to do music, it's kind of convenient that it's there. You can maybe meet people. And that's exactly what happened then. And one thing led to another. And they found my music somehow. And they asked if they could do a video for one of my songs, and then I slowly got back into the music, and then apparently through some people, we had, I guess, mutual friends. They asked if they can shoot it at your. Jaan had an amazing apartment in this top floor in this building. We don't want to mention the address. With a wooden sauna, and we had some great times there. And then we just became friends, I guess, through that slowly. And you had your social media company, which we hired at some point. I think we started working together kind of. And throughout the years we kept in touch. Sometimes I think once you were in Sri Lanka, I was somewhere, we just video called each other, like just here and I can't remember where. I think I was in like Romania or something, or East Turkey. I don't even remember, but I remember this. You were traveling Sri Lanka or Indonesia, something like this, yeah. And then here we are, like many years later. We've kind of crossed paths like here and there because we have mutual friends.
Can't get rid of you.
Yeah,
okay.
I've tried to get rid of me. But I've had a weird relationship with you in a way that, like, I remember I was a bit intimidated by you when you were almost like a celebrity in Estonia. You were quite popular.
I was well known.
Yeah,
but
like when I went out with you, there's me and you. Like everybody on the street was like wanted to hug you and come talk to you and like pull you And I
But that was the fakest I think I was.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
But
thought
at the same time, I wasn't.
you were super cool, like
in a
fun,
way, yeah.
fun.
What happened to that, Jaan?
I don't know. I
like to sit inside.
I still see this Jaan, but I don't know. I think you got a little bit disenchanted with the game, maybe.
In a way, maybe I started to
like you
meditate and too much observing maybe.
That kind of happened to me too with my music industry. Before I came to Estonia, also I kind of lost interest in the fame game, and I got more into music. Became like the spiritual path for me, and I started meditating and yoga and experimented with psychedelics. Kind of through you that part, semi, yeah. But it kind of destroyed my ego in a way, or made it worse. I'm not sure yet. But this spiritual stuff, it can fuck you up.
You kind of get the total new perspective of life.
Yeah.
In a way, maybe too broad even. Like you like.
Yeah.
Got a very nice perspective in a way. But for me, at the same time, when I was the first meditation camp in Sri Lanka, like 10 days, when I came out that, felt really,
you've done the Vipassana, yeah. I'm not that hardcore yet.
But in a way, like in the beginning, it was super nice, but then you start to like notice so much misery in the world.
Yes, it's.
And it kind of like gets overwhelming in a way.
Yes.
Probably lots of that misery is inner misery, like or like past, not inner, like how to say past, not past lives, but kind of like the whole concept of being human, and it's quite fucked up in a way.
It is, but it's also amazing.
Yeah,
that's the paradox.
Yeah, like I was one day thinking like if I'm now in a way a little bit more aware of myself and the spirit and the God or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, it might be bullshit, by the way. But, I don't know.
You know, but I think there is my personal experience tells me that there is something. Something. At least I hope so. But you
mean like some God or something, or a higher or
something
deeper reality, or
something higher.
Goblins and pixies.
Goblins, pixies, daisies,
like gnomes,
demons, angels.
Yeah.
But in a way, I come like back in a circle that they do exist somewhere, but we exist here, here and now.
Yeah. But was when you had this social media company, was business good? Was
not
it like
really.
Was it a struggle?
Always, yeah. Okay, I'm a really bad businessman. Now where I'm working at, my boss told me that I shouldn't start a company because I'm not very good in asking money.
Yeah, I'm also. So I think we have one reason we've connected is we find some similarities, and I think that's why we connect with people in general. Like we find ourselves in another person.
What about if the person is too similar to yourself?
That can even you said it's annoying. Like my shit annoys you. Yeah. But that's all. Even to be able to say that to somebody, it's already kind of, you have to be a little bit deep in the friendship to be able to tell something. It's almost like becomes almost a brotherly thing, like because when you don't know somebody, you're not even angry. You're not like you want to tell them at least, yeah. And the more you know somebody, as you probably know, you're married. That's when it gets the most hardest. In the intimacy, like brings out the worst in all of us, and the best. Yeah. So that's, but I think for me at least, being friends with you, it's like evolved throughout the years. Because at first, as I said, you were always a good dude. Like I liked you. I never felt like you were like this egotistical prick or something. But you were very busy and demanded. Like it seemed like, and it was cool to be with you. I felt, and your apartment was like the best apartment I've ever seen.
That was a badass apartment.
It was amazing. Still, I wanted to buy it so bad. Like I don't know if. I was looking, it was on sale, like back in, I don't know now, but back in the day, I was always like, that would be amazing. And we had such great times there. Yeah. So you had this, and I met a lot of cool people through you also. Like we have some good mutual friends, and yeah, interesting times. And then throughout the years, when I've traveled, I meet a lot of people, but for whatever reason, some people just I stay in contact with. It's a very small percentage of all the people I meet. You might stay in contact with a few years, but usually they die out. They just. But with you, it's, for whatever reason, we're still like we have some kind of bond has developed.
Let's talk about the word famous.
Oh yeah. Oh my reaction is a bit like I kind of want it to.
What is it?
Fame. I guess it's like hyper recognition and hyper. I get kind of what you said, being needed or feeling like you're needed and almost worshipped. But it's kind of an ego game, right?
That's a nice.
Yeah, not even needed is not even enough.
Need to be worshipped.
Yeah, I need to be.
God.
Yeah, and I get jealous. That's why I hate ecstatic dancing. Have you ever done ecstatic dancing? I hate it that I should be on stage. Because you don't really worship anybody there, and I'm annoyed when now I sound like an asshole, but I'm just gonna tell it to you straight. Like the music is fucking terrible usually. Like you don't have to agree with me, but it's like everything is dumbed down. There's probably I still fantasize. I've been into actually like it depends on the DJ, of course. There are great DJs also.
Have you been to like this 5 rhythmic dance?
I'm not sure.
I think it was. I heard about it before. I think all these new things are like deviated from that.
Yeah.
There was some person's name.
Fire?
5 rhythm dance. Basically, there's like 5 different sets to the set. So it starts like slowly feeling your body, and then you go more to rave, and then you basically end up on the floor doing savasana.
Like this. It's such bullshit. Like dance is dance.
Yeah.
Dance is ecstatic. You don't need to call it ecstatic.
I would think
like real dance is of course it's ecstatic, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like this is the Western woo-woo, but I understand that some people need to be open like this, and because dancing is really hard for people, you know. We're so closed, you know, that they need this kind of process, and I don't have any issue with that. Like I try not to be judgmental, but I'm
okay. Let's go back to the topic.
Fame, yeah.
Fame, and being famous.
I hope I'm not speaking too loud, by the way. Like
no problem.
Yeah.
I will.
Might peak. Yeah. Sometimes I get excited. Fame.
How could you?
That's why I started talking about the ecstatic dancing, because if I go to a concert, like I'm a little bit like, not even that I have to be worshipped, but I think I always like see there should be better. Like, why are people so excited about something that's so bad? Like you hear like some remix of Guns N' Roses or something. Everything is like dumbed down to this 4 to the floor beat. Like just chill music, which I like sometimes, but yeah, my ego shit comes up. Maybe that's also the point of it, that I should embrace it more. But I sometimes wish there could be like Coltrane there, like jazz, bebop, like, or I would love to run my own ecstatic dance and play like music that would really open up people. I think it might be challenging. It's not so. But
I think one time I was thinking about pop music in general. Why is it pop?
Yeah,
because it really like activates your like. Primarily like.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
But that it annoys me a little bit. But that's also my own. The reason I'm like the related to the fame thing is it's because we were talking about like worship, being worshipped. But I don't have a problem even if people worship somebody else, if it's worth it. But it's a tricky one. I've failed at the fame game.
Can I ask, how is your relationship with your dad?
It's
sorry for poking.
Yeah, this is I'm generally like my relationship with everybody actually is a kind of like I'm a lone wolf, but with my parents it's it's been challenging actually. I respect them though, and yeah, but in a way I think it's quite healthy. I don't know if it's like you have to be best friends with your parents. I don't know if that's a good thing. That's a that's a good question. My relationship with the whole world is a little bit iffy right now. It's with myself, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my relatives, my friends, everybody.
What about the plants?
I love plants.
Dogs?
I love dogs.
Yeah.
All dogs. I don't know. Yeah. I love nature. I love all humans too. Like I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I'm unable to talk about it more deeper than that, I think, at this moment. That was a terrible way to avoid answering the question, but
do you worship yourself?
I think if I worship one thing, it is the airy fairy alert, the muse.
But you?
I don't even know if there is a me.
Body's temple.
Not really. Not really. Yeah. I'm just another turd in the river floating down. I kind of like myself, though. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I worship myself. I'm not like in the mirror, oh, Markus, God, yes, we love you.
Yeah.
Well, that I do sometimes, but I don't do this. Yeah, it's like, ooh. Yeah.
Worship.
Worship, that's a weird word. It's almost like warship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a ship relationship.
Worship the war god.
What is worship in Estonian? What is the word? Like palvo is in Finnish. Palvo.
Jumaldama, yeah?
Like saatanan palvoja is like Satan worshipper. Saatanan palvoja. I worship.
Kummardajad. It means like power. The powers. Bowing.
Ah, okay. Powers.
Bowing,
okay.
Yeah. Or Jumaldama is like directly like Jumaldama.
Yeah.
Godding.
I answer to the muse because that's also one reason I do my stupid shit. Like if the muse needs me to destroy everything, I probably will.
Are you sure it's the muse?
I don't know. It might
Maybe
be
there's someone behind him.
Or the muse might be a demon. And art is just for losers.
That's like the TikTok name. Like no TikTok hook. I can use.
Or a license plate for the car. Art is for losers. That's I think too many. I think you can only have like 7 or 8. Maybe without the O and just LS or losers.
Art loser.
Yeah. But it is, if you think about it. Like what do I essentially do?
But let's go back to the word. Like bowing down, it sounds better than worshiping.
Yes.
Let's say, when did you
What is the word though in Estonian?
Kummardama.
Yeah,
bowing down.
That's a Finnish word, also kumar, but we don't use it in this context. Yeah.
Palvo.
Yeah,
in Finnish it's like serving, like palvo. Is it palvo? Like I'm serving you.
No, it's that's no. Like
palvelu.
Palvelu, yeah. I guess
palve.
similar word, yeah.
Palve.
I'm not very good at Finnish. Yeah. But yeah, like if there's one thing I serve or bow down to, it's this muse. It's a bit of an arbitrary concept, the muse, but it's a feminine force, I think, like a feminine goddess energy.
One day I was thinking maybe God is man and the devil is the woman,
or maybe both.
But if
androgynous.
If God gets angry at the devil, then it's God's own doing. So devil is not to blame.
Did the God create the devil though? Didn't God create everything?
I guess so.
Do you believe in God? Or gods?
This video that I sent you that you didn't want to.
No, because I don't watch podcasts.
There's like a really nice. This guy made a really nice kind of.
I saw it was Daily Wire.
It was this Chris Lang or something, smartest man in the world.
Chris Hedges or no Chris.
Like farmer, like a basic farmer in the US, like who has the highest IQ in the world.
Oh, okay.
And his conception of he's like he says he can prove it. Like he has like he's a master physicist and like whatever languages or like he combined those two.
Okay.
And one way he went like everything that is moving or flowing, this is God, like in creation all the time, everywhere. everything is moving. This is unanimated maybe. This is not kind of moving, but in a way it's still creating like this. But we are like every time you're moving or the nerves or whatever, it's everything is like God makes it move in a way. Like God flows everything that is through everything, basically. And then the devil is kind of like the opposite of wanting to stay in a like a position or order in like forever. Basically, a man wants to be immortal. It's like a devilish idea. Like he wants to make himself like permanent.
Yeah.
So in a way, I always like
Maybe
God is not chaos in a way, but God is like flowing. And this like the devilish or the dark side kind of is like I want everything to stay as it is.
Kind of like rock and roll. If the rock is the stillness and the roll is the flow.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I think like what I seen some friends who are like more into demons and angels. Like one guy is like always like Bill Gates is a demon. Like he's an evil person. Then it's like see the human in that. Like I don't like to judge people.
Yeah,
this way.
I agree.
But maybe the energy, like when very old rich people are wanting to put out, they want to be like live forever, or like they have like a really strong legacy. I want to like I don't know cure this disease, and their driving force is to be like immortal, like their name be immortalized in a way.
Yeah.
But then that itself is like devil's work in a way. Like
I'm fast. This is like I'm really into this kind of stuff as well. Maybe I do have to watch the podcast. I'm more of a book person myself.
You watch the podcast. I listen to music. Just kidding.
You should listen to the new album.
Anyway. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, here's my friend who's a really nice music artist. I have listened to his music and he's on the show.
I would have liked for you to listen to the new album.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but I don't want to like force it. It would have been some good research for you though.
Yeah.
Fucking amateur. Lazy cunt. Should we like fight now? Maybe an arm wrestle. But it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Also, why didn't you listen to it? Do you listen to music a lot? Or did you say you didn't listen to it because you were annoyed that I canceled?
Yeah, that's also that.
You were mad at me.
Not the mad, but annoyed.
Yeah. Why didn't you say? Why don't you tell me? Now this is getting good.
Yeah, like usually I try to.
Why do you hide
I
this?
avoid conflicts.
Why?
Because I always got into trouble with conflicts. When I was younger, I got into fights. When I was older, I got into more fights.
Oh, okay.
And usually
I've seen you fighting also. Some time we were drinking.
That's at least.
In Old Town.
But now when I'm older, I'm fighting more smartly. I'm basically like pushing people away with my.
Would you say you're passive aggressive?
Yeah, like totally. I can be like.
Passive aggressive.
I have an inner dragon that can snap people.
Okay.
But that usually ends up bad for me because those people don't want to talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a lose-lose way. So I rather step back.
Yeah.
And try to figure out something else. But usually, if I avoid it for too long and it's someone important for me, then I usually still end up snapping.
Is it like common for you to see people like do what I do, like this kind of behavior?
Not.
You mean like canceling and deleting shit? Like, is that? Have you seen it? Is that okay? Something. Recording stopped. It says.
1 minute. 1 second.
Yep. I'm trying to remember what we were talking about because I lost it. Passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive to people.
You said you have inner dragon. Oh yeah. I asked like, do you know? Is it common to witness like this behavior? Because I'm also trying to genuinely
to be
understand
honest,
it, and I like.
Most of people do it like this. Like, we should get together sometimes, and I'm like, when, why? Okay, let's be concrete. What should we do?
Okay.
And very often, I'm like the other extreme of it. Like if someone says something, I'm saying, okay, what time, what date, when, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to get to the point straight away.
Okay.
But now I'm just started to practice that. I'm like, if someone else says it, I'm trying to make it their responsibility.
Yeah.
But staying open at the same time also. But very often I hear this. Why I notice it more, maybe it's like also childhood traumas, blah blah blah. Like my father was always promising me take me to somewhere when I was smaller, but he didn't show up. So it kind of like reminds me of someone being an asshole.
What about like the when I'm deleting everything, all this? Like, is this a
For
common
me,
thing?
it's, no, not common, but it's for me what I experience is I'm feeling like I'm feeling sadness that I'm unable to help. So it's my ego trip.
Okay.
So like, oh, someone is doing something stupid to themselves, and I am aware of it, and I'm unable to stop it.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel helpless and annoyed and anger at myself, and then usually I go direct anger back at you.
Which you don't tell me.
Yeah.
You just harbor that shit, waiting for it to come out. Like later, like when we're at each other's some kind of wedding or something, and we're just fighting in the yard. Like, you fucking cunt. It'll all come out eventually. Yeah, it's just like I wish I could say I'm gonna change. But I can't like make that promise. It's not just to you, but even like I have this maybe the fame thing is like I would like to know what it's like to get really far with the fame and then fuck it all up. Like now I've been kind of, I think I'm afraid of success. I'm afraid of fame. I'm afraid because it's like it's a lot of attention, it's a lot of pressure.
You have to deliver constantly.
Yeah, it's so much pressure, and I can see like because if I've studied something besides music is other musicians. Like since I was very young, I've seen how the big bands it all ends in tears eventually. Usually they end up hating each other, and just all the musicians and artists are fucked up people. They're not good. Like they're not any worse or better, but it's the success and the wealth and that. I don't think it helps anybody to a certain point, of course. But after like, we don't need that much. After some point, it's like the excess. I think on the contrary, it kills you. Like it kills the spirit to have this kind of even being worshipped. Like the ego just implodes. Like I don't think it's a good thing, or even being a billionaire. It's kind of a sickness. Like Elon Musk and these people, which I can't even comprehend having that much money, like that much possibility, that much.
You can do anything you want.
But when you look at them, it's like nothing changes.
Yeah, in a way.
You can't beat this. There's a certain game where money doesn't work. Like it's like you're trying to go inside a club, and how much is it? We don't take money here. You have to pay in other ways. Like it doesn't work. It's like there's another game being played here on Earth that people are not like talking about enough.
Yeah, that's true.
But
money helps with the game.
But no, I'm saying money doesn't even work in this game. Like their money is not good here. There's that spiritual game, It won't help you in your meditation when you go inside. No matter if you have billions, that's not going to help you at your Vipassana retreat, right? Nothing. Money is no good here. Same with money won't help you write a great song.
I think the first time I went to Vipassana, I didn't have enough money later to donate even.
But you don't have to donate.
You don't have to donate,
but you should.
But you don't even. You're not. You should. It's enough. But you want to donate. That's the funniest thing about it. Once you do it, they only take money if you finish it.
A lot of people drop out during the 10 days.
Not a lot. Let's say 5 from 100.
Should we tell people what Vipassana is like at the retreat? Maybe you can, because you've done it actually.
I'm actually going now at the end of January.
What is this? What is it?
Vipassana is a 10-day meditation course. Where they teach you how to meditate. The first 3 days you learn this basic focusing on your nose. This, what's it called? Anapada, blah, blah, blah. Basically just meditating and taking your focus all the time back to your breathing.
Okay.
They call it the sharpening of the knife.
Yeah.
And then for the next 7 days, they introduce you to Vipassana, where you basically scan your body from head to toe, from toe to head. So you scan basically, in the beginning you're just scanning, let's say, I'm feeling my arm, feeling my whatever this is.
Yeah.
But then in the end you can get like, okay, let's see what's between these 2 millimeters. You can like zoom in and feel what's going on in here.
Yeah, because you get so quiet. And you can actually start
you numb down everything.
Go in these places, or pain or something, like you can kind of go in.
You can go what's behind the pain. Pain actually is good because you can feel pain. In the beginning, I was, the pain hurts. It's so annoying. Once the pain goes away, you start noticing the numbness. That's even worse.
That's like my depression.
Yeah, you can't find, you don't know if that, and once you pinpoint the numbness and you like map it out, then you get like a huge release of energy or like tension.
That's like my depression and why I delete shit. That's the pain.
And the fun part, it's a Buddhist practice in a way, but it's not like, you don't need to pray there. You just do the practice.
But wait. Also, I think what's quite challenging, don't you have to give up your phone and your devices? So it's like a silent, basically. You're in silence for 10 days.
They call it noble silence.
Yeah.
If you basically say your silence in case of emergency, you know. Emergency is not like how was your meditation. Emergency is, let's say, I don't know, you cut your finger or something.
Okay.
But basically, you're silent all the time, or you can talk to the teacher.
But when you go there, you have to give them your phone?
Yeah, you give your phone.
You have no books or you
no
don't
drugs,
have any...
No books, no phone, no masturbation, no stealing. For some reason, it's there. Basically, it's all like you live the life of a very simple monk for 10 days. Those people who are there to make the food and feed you, they're old students.
Yeah, they've done it before.
Yeah, so basically, if you've done it once, you can already go for the next one to help. And that's also like a different experience. I think that was my best working experience ever in life.
So you've done, how many retreats have you done?
I did 2 meditations and 1 serving.
Okay. And now you're going to do another meditation you're another.
And now when I'm going there, I'm thinking, no phone and silence. I'm like, I'm going on a vacation.
But was it in the beginning? Were you afraid?
It was super hard. Actually,
what was harder, the physical part of sitting or that you had to give up the devices?
I think the pain of sitting was the first one.
Yeah.
But then when I went through the pain, then I started to hallucinate. And like I saw
tripping
dead people in a car full of maggots. Then I saw a scene of Tallinn harbor in war, and I'm like at the end of a dock. It wasn't me. I was seeing a person at the end of the dock, like shooting people.
Wow!
It's like super detailed. And then, but at one point, I understood the hallucinations and the pain. Was my subconscious trying to take control? But then once you see through past the hallucination, then you understand that's not real even.
What day did that start happening? Like
the hallucination was, I think, 6, 7. So
so cool. Almost in the end.
Yeah, but in the 9th and 10th day, you're like, wee, like I'm flying.
Do you want in that moment to continue it, or is it like I'm glad it's over?
In the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. Like the basic practice, the core practice is to not avoid pain and not to seek pleasure. That's the whole practice.
So this is the end of desire.
But you how to say, you don't. It's not the end of desire. It's the opportunity to decide. What you do with the desire. Right. Not
it's like
be
to
reactive.
To find a freedom in either to pursue it or not. Like you're free to make that choice. You don't have to just go with
Or same with pain. Let's say if every time in the gym you feel pain and you say, I don't want to go there anymore, then you will never get strong.
Yeah.
Same with life. Like if it's a shitty situation that you are trying to avoid, but you know that you need to do it, that's kind of the same. Like basically, not. That's like I think that's the core principle of. That's so. Sometimes I'm so like this, spiritual teachers putting it in so complex way.
Yeah.
But I think it's the kind of not trying to avoid the shit, and not trying to grasp the orgasm or chocolates or the good.
Yeah. I'm finding the balance.
Yeah, and meditation helps you just train that specific thing.
Yes. I think it's quite important actually. So do you now do a regular practice?
Nope. Since COVID, I think hit, I've said like no to it.
You think you should? Do you think it helps?
Meditation, I think at some point it becomes like one friend said very well about this. It's like comes in a way automatic. That in this sense, I want to be more present. I can check my hands, my legs. Like it comes more automatic.
So you're kind of always doing it in a way.
In a way,
it starts to become your actually. But everybody is actually.
Everybody is in a way.
Like everybody's mind is always working.
Yes.
We can't escape it. The question is, are we aware of it or not?
Yes. And this gives you the power of being aware.
Yeah, I think that's for that it's very powerful. But I notice for me personally that when I don't meditate, I get a little bit loosey-goosey with my, like things start to kind of get too much chaos, too much noise. It's just very like a subtle thing. And then when I start, even if it's like small bullshit like Western 10-minute meditation, but even that, like it almost like going to the gym or just going for a light run or something. It's like some kind of more like the spiritual posture or something. And when I don't do it, I get like everything starts to go to hell kind of slowly. I've noticed it from when I stopped meditating. But when I start meditating, I'm like, this kind of bullshit. I don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah, same.
I keep on going like on, off, on, off, off. But maybe that's also part of the lifelong meditation practice that you have to understand even what meditation is. And that took me like 20 years to just even. I'm still trying to understand.
And with each visit, I always each time I think I understand. And with each 10 days, I again okay. It gets much simpler. Actually, it's the funny thing.
And what you said, that it gets more like you find more pleasure actually in like
I can go. It's like I'm going to. For me, it's like I'm going on a real vacation.
Yeah,
I don't have to do anything.
But even just meditating in general, I think you start looking forward to just like doing nothing. Which is, it's also the kind of the practice of doing nothing.
It. That's why I'm now going back.
Yeah.
I think I've been very disconnected since the last, not totally, but still more disconnected with myself during the Corona and war times. So I'm now trying to basically like get back in mental shape in a way.
So you think it's okay to just like go to the retreat so then you don't have to meditate during the day? Or would it be better to just actually develop a consistent practice? What would you recommend to somebody who's never meditated? Which is better? Like a beginner?
For a beginner, just go to the course and...
Even if you've never meditated?
Depends on your personality. For me, I like to do things like, fuck it, let's do it.
Right.
Then it's done.
If you want to learn to swim, you got to drown.
Kind of.
Or you got to get...
It's the soft...
It is a bit like drowning.
It's the best.
It's like throwing into the deep end.
But it's the best environment to do so.
Yeah.
It's quiet. Everyone else is suffering.
I'm curious. Why do you think some people are just not at all? Like they don't even now. Like when we're talking about meditation,
they're like, "What the fuck are these guys talking about?" Yeah.
And I don't want to also judge them. People have their own things. They also have things that we're not interested in. That's fine. But I've sometimes wondered why there's almost like a block. Like they just have 0% interest in meditation.
I think
they actually go their whole life without ever meditating, and they probably never will.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer to this is, because when I was younger, I was naive and thought, oh my God, everybody's going to want to do this, and my raw vegan experiences and all this. Oh my God, I've found the keys to the kingdom, but most people don't give a shit.
I was talking to one older man.
That's also made me a little bit cynical throughout the years.
Yes. I was talking to one older man about this. He said, yeah, I'm aware, but I'm too scared that there's too much shit accumulated that I have to start dealing with myself.
Well, the Zen masters have a solution to that. If you think 1 hour is too long time to meditate for you, then you have to meditate 2 hours.
Yes. But getting the push in a way is, I think now when I went back to the working in an office environment, and I'm seeing people, they're grinding like 9-hour days, 10-hour days, or like they're just basically, okay, they stop for lunch and they go sit back and grind. I'm like, we have a forest next to the office, like let's take a 10-minute walk. I just go there alone, but no one else is going outside really, except for the lunch break.
Yeah, they just go on their phones.
Phone also, but in a way, I understand there's a lot of work to do, but there's the same concept. Like you have lots of shit to do. You should better have a clear head that you won't need to. You make like less mistakes. You need to less spend time on repetitive shit.
Yeah, I've also heard people say it doesn't work for me.
But okay, why?
They've tried it or something, but it doesn't work. Like, what do you mean? Of course, what does that even mean? Does swimming not work for you?
There's one project manager there who's like, I'm like, I realized there's some people who are totally like, you're like some uhu guy.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna even try. But I see there's people interested, but they're not finding the time or the momentum. They lack the momentum of, okay, now let's start doing something because they're in the working environment.
Yeah.
So now my like respect to working people has risen like 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fucking art to be alive.
So basically, people that are not like me,
the big
working people,
9 to 5.
I have the worst work ethic in the history of the universe. I don't know why, but But at the same time, I'm the hardest working man ever. Mm-hmm. But it's a different kind of work, I suppose. Oh, yeah.
So for me, I can only say that I have been lucky that I have had the time and the resources to look more into meditation and inside myself. Mm. And I think it's been a privilege and a pleasure. But at the same time, now I went to study as a coach. So my hope is I want to find something
like a life coach.
Not life coach sounds so ridiculous, but a coach. Yeah, I can in whatever field, I can help to observe your inner thinkings and then.
Inner life coach.
Help you bring out the questions or the things that you are maybe not unaware of. But I just started on this path. It's coaching and supervision. Mm-hmm. And supervision, like seeing super clear, supervision.
Do you want to help people? Is that something important for you?
I would, in a way, if I say I want to help people, then it's like this, how to say, bound for disaster. Because I can't help people. Because people, what coach
can empower them
and kind of
help themselves.
The whole idea of coaching is to help people take their responsibility in a way.
Yeah.
Because I think like the modern day coaching started out in sports or tennis playing. Mm-hmm. So if I'm
even I think some high performance in maybe even music or opera singers or something they have.
Like tennis was the first real one.
Okay.
Like the
official coach.
Official. So you're trying to train the state of mind because when you're playing the actual game, you don't have the.
You can't see it in that
like,
sense.
Okay,
you can't see it as
how you should do in the next round. You need to be your own. You need to take responsibility of that moment because you're there alone.
Yeah,
that's kind of like I think the goal of coaching to help take the responsibility.
And also they see what you can't. I think
in a way, in the supervision sense, yes, but. So in a way, I'm not sure, but I want to develop this skill to, first of all, to help myself to move forward in a hard
world,
yeah,
life, yeah,
and help be useful. It's so stupid in a way. They say like helping other people is this very base form. We kind of get trapped into it because you can't really help others. Mm-hmm. You can help people if they ask for help.
I had this phase I went through this kind of thing that I realized that I don't want to actually help people or empower them. I want to inspire them. Mm-hmm. And that's like after that, that's as far as I can go. Mm-hmm. I'm not the kind of person who will give you like life advice or something. I can just give you the fire to want to maybe find somebody who will give you life advice just to get that fire and the spark. Mm-hmm. and remember like that life is beautiful. But I'll also remind you that it's a shit show. So don't get too cozy if you put on my new album. Yeah, both. To find the real truth in this, because I think this capitalist world we've living in now, it's created the modern world for sure. I mean, everything we have.
Consumerism, in a way.
Consumerism, yes, and destroying everything. You basically all the capitalist cities, and we've destroyed forest. Really, everywhere we live, it's used to be a forest. We've destroyed an ecosystem where everywhere you see concrete and sewage systems. This is the human wasteland. Now it gets a little bit dark, you know. But that's what capitalism has done. But it's also the world we live in, and it's created human thriving. You know, humans have conquered the planet.
The market.
Yeah, and it's hard to be against it because we're part of it. All these products, these microphones, every single thing in this room is somebody's product. That's the capitalist system we live in. But also it's helped a lot of people get out of, if without this we're in nature, and that's a even more brutal game. It's easy to romanticize that, but you know, we can criticize it, but nobody wants to go in nature.
Yeah,
like
start from scratch in nature. In this weather, like, okay, take off your clothes and get outside. Survive now.
Although you've asked us by my dad, he's one of those people who can do this.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah. Like some people have those skills. Yeah, I don't. But I kind of would like to. But anyway, I get irritated when there's like conspiracy theorists, the flat earthers, and all these guys. I don't know what the truth and answers are regarding these questions, but or you said before Bill Gates is, you know, evil, but everybody's still using the capitalist system to criticize.
Yeah, they're using Windows and typing
Facebook and
Facebook.
YouTube.
You're evil.
Yeah. We're just all part of the matrix. You can't escape the matrix.
Yeah.
I thought you could, but I don't think you can. And not only can you, but nobody wants to.
I think life is in a way.
Yeah, life is the matrix. And even the capitalist, there's no capitalism. There's just humans trying to survive. Nothing's actually changed.
Seeking pleasure
or
and
avoiding pain.
Yeah. That's the whole game.
And finding not going too much into, you know, we know that we don't, probably not a good idea to become a heroin addict or something. That's all pleasure. That's the pathological version of pleasure. But then avoiding everything, then I guess you become a monk in the monastery. But for me, that's always been also, I don't understand, isn't that another extreme? I don't understand this.
But now when you said it, I used to also think it's an extreme way of escaping. But like if you're a real monk, your job is to help people meditate. Like this Vipassana thing wouldn't be alive after 2,500 years if there would have been no monks.
But is part of the monk training like they have to be in the monastery, but is part of their training that at some point they have to come back to society?
Yeah. That's the whole like. I don't know. There's probably like tons of different monasteries.
Yeah. And different methods and paths.
I'm just imagining their job in a way is to then go back, show this inner peace, and
and even these retreats and stuff and we have all these books that we know this stuff. I think it's I think all of these things can become traps. It's like how we, and even the meditation is kind of an inner technology actually.
Yes.
And I had my phase where I was very anti-capitalistic, but now I see it as maybe the best way. I mean, it's not
before capitalism. So this mercantilism. Or how do you call it? Basically just like fixed prices on everything.
Yeah. I am not an economist by any means, or a philosopher, but I've dabbled with the Marxist ideas also, and they do fascinate me as an artist, I suppose more. But as a practical human being who wants to just live wake up in the morning in a cozy bed with heating, fresh water, and my expensive fancy juicer and my guitars from, you can order anything online, and we take Bolts, drive, Ubers. Like as a normal human being, I love living in that world. but it's easy to criticize. But I think we humans are always just trying to optimize, and there's always conflicts, and nobody agrees on anything because we don't even agree with ourselves. It's the human machine is so complex. It's like a game you can't win. You can just play the game. But at some point, for me, the industry part, this is something I'm
let's get to your musical stuff because in a part you are in a music industry. You're an artist.
Let's talk about me now.
Yes, you're an artist inside the music industry.
I tried to be a really good person there for the no, I genuinely am curious about other people because it helps me also understand music industry. Wow,
artist in a music. You that's if you say you're a
failure. Complete
you're
failure.
Struggling.
I'm the greatest failure ever. I almost take pride in this though a little bit. Yeah. Failure is my art form.
I know your talent. That's why it's so annoying. Like you have shitloads of talent, and
I mean, I genuinely feel like I'm the greatest musician alive, or artist even. That's the level of confidence. I know it sounds like I'm a complete megalomaniacal idiot, but that's how I feel, and I've felt it since I was 15. But it took me like 20 years to actually catch up with my skills. But I feel like that's the level I'm at right now. Again, as human, a piece of shit, but artist, like highest of the high. But maybe not in any. I'm not like the best piano player. I'm not the best singer. I'm not the best guitar player. But as someone who puts it all together, as a poet and a songwriter and everything I do, it doesn't even matter. This is not a competition. Like when I say the best, it doesn't even like I don't. But
in a way,
care.
you are putting yourself in a podium.
Yes, I am. But that's like part of the game. I think you have to have this kind of delusional belief to even get the horse out of the gate, to be able to like write songs and turn them into albums. And like it's such a long, you have to, otherwise you're going to, I know so many people, they never get that far. Even they could, like they have the talent, but they don't have this delusional self-belief that I have, like in this regard. It's truly required. You have to become a madman, really.
How can we put this delusion into the music industry?
Yeah, like make it a profitable business. Because, that would be great.
That's the goal
that would be great. Yeah, if I could figure that out.
That's the number one goal of any business written in law.
Yeah,
make profit.
And I am as much as I don't like to admit it, I am a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur as well. Like the music is my songs are my products. You know. Basically,
I'm struggling with the same thing, but in a different form. Like how to be and make profit.
Yeah.
For you, it's even more be and how can you create art and make profit?
Not delete shit. I think that would have done the trick probably.
Like because that's like destroying your art.
Yeah, but it gives me like perverse satisfaction.
Yeah. But that's up to, because it's your piece of. You can do that.
I can burn it. I like the Buddhists too. They make this is it mandala or these like sand paintings, and then they destroy it at the end of the day. Yeah, I love that.
And huge effort.
That's why I like IG stories, because they disappear. You can do basically whatever you want. And yeah, but it's like I have to figure out how to make that a part of my thing somehow, like that I'm
destruction,
but that I don't destroy the business, like that. Like there's a business involved, so that I don't have to like struggle with because it takes a lot of resources to make great art, like like that offers new possibilities. Even just like good microphones, great studios, hiring great musicians or a video crew, or even like a social media company to do all that shit. I hate social media. Like it takes money, money helps. If I say, Jaan, 10K here, run my shit, it just makes things happen. Like that's just the world we live in. If it's like, can you do it for free? Yeah. It's like wishy-washy. Nothing gets done. Especially with musicians, like these like money and resources helps. Ideally, I would have a team around me. That's what I've also failed in. I kind of under-prioritized it. I think the successful bands, from early on, they meet these people, or they have like people around them who can kind of guide them in the right way, and they turn it into an organization that runs and operates, so that the crazy singer can't just nuke it all to hell every year. So that's something I've failed to do. But even that's like, it takes skill to even. Nobody told me this shit. I wish somebody told me this shit like back in the day. But maybe it's good they didn't, because I have to learn the hard way. I still haven't learned.
Are you ready now?
I like to say I'm ready, but it's like the higher I get, the more I fantasize about.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Hell yeah!
Are you ready, Markus?
Hell yeah! I like Derek Sivers. Do you know Derek Sivers? He said it's, if anybody asks you something, it's either hell yeah or no. Yeah. I'm ready, says the fake Markus. Yes.
You should put that like fake art. No, but no one likes like
fart.
It's so funny. Like no one likes the fakeness.
Fart. Fake art.
Fart. Yeah. Okay, it took a while. Like, so what? We don't like fakeness, but everybody watches the television, goes to theater.
Yeah.
Look at the musician singing about the heartbreak that happened.
He's so charismatic.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
With his long hair.
Yeah.
And white sweater.
Makeup. Suit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's a game that I enjoy, though. I love it. But I how to turn it into a profitable business. I mean, I think I genuinely need people to help me with this. That's not my forte. Right now, I'm doing the work of like 10 people, and it's too much, like way too much, maybe even more.
Are you ready to worship someone else?
Like what? Like who?
Like
what?
If you get assistants or team.
I have to worship them? I suppose, like, all I want to do is just create my music and inspire people. Like, that's the highest thrill for me.
Can I ask why?
Why I want to inspire people?
Yeah, why are you doing the music?
Well, okay. When I create the songs, like when a song arrives, you know, sometimes I just sit at the piano and I just start playing, like this new song, Drifter's Paradise, from the new album, first song. I hadn't played piano maybe 5 months, and I went to my parents' place and I sat at their piano and I just started playing this, basically the theme of this song. I would record on my phone, voice memo, and just see what happens if I sit down at the piano, especially if I haven't played for a long time. It's very like I'm not thinking. I'm just kind of, are we good here? Yeah. And then I just started playing this and I recorded it, and I just, 10, 20 minutes, and I would listen back next day, or I would play another, and then I would listen. I start noticing the same theme coming up again. Wow, this is good. This is really, like, it's turning me on. And it's like when that starts happening, I knew like a song is being born. Like it's the greatest thing ever. Like, because you're hearing it also yourself as a kind of listener who maybe hears it now, but you start to work with it, and the deeper you go, wow, okay, and then you start working with some lyrics, and shit starts to happen, like the magic. It's like it's the greatest pleasure ever. And then I wish I can share this with someone, like how good this feels. It's almost like you found the greatest discovery ever, like a jewel in the cave or something. And that is when I create it, I could keep it for myself, but that's why I want to, share it. Jaan, I want to play you my new song. That's what it's all about. Like, I just want to share that, the initial thrill, spark. Like, look, Jaan, I found this. Look, isn't it beautiful? And maybe you'll think, wow, oh my God, that's like ridiculously beautiful. Sometimes, or they'll say, not for me. And then I was like, oh, fuck this shit, I'll delete everything. if enough, like that. Or the worst is not this or this, it's like nothing. That's the worst.
Do you know what's your talent, I think, then? No, okay, maybe it's
just failing.
No. You bring the jewel out.
Yeah.
And then when people see the jewels.
Yeah.
they're expecting maybe to see this fake version of themselves, but they're seeing the real version of themselves. And but that's like with meditation, like are they ready to see themselves? And you help people with your music see their actual self.
Yes, for sure.
So if your music is actual, it helps. It makes people actually see themselves. Feel themselves.
Today I was talking to this girl, and she said she's feeling a bit cynical lately, like, and we were talking about like the heart is closing, you know. But when the heart opens, we start to remember the love again. And I suggested that she listens to my new album because it's kind of about this, you know, the spending most of our lives living in the drifter's paradise, just drifting around, looking for things. So yeah, that's what was the question again?
Why?
That's why. I just want to like this. It's the greatest thing by far. And the only way I can share what that means is the music, either the performance or you listen to the cool thing with recording is I don't have to be there. Like people can consume me even performance. I have to I have to hustle my ass around the place with my equipment and pay musicians if I want to perform with it. That's fun too, though. That's that's another level. But recording is a different. I like both. Right now, I have to kind of find my way back into the performing thing because I haven't been doing it for a while. But next year is focused on that because I think it's important in what I do. That's the best promo, not social media performing, real shows. But nowadays they go on social media, but you can do both. Like it's. But if you're just that, I'm not one of those laptop at home, just beats and rapping mumbling some lyrics. That's not me. I've never even live streamed shows. Maybe I should, but yeah. But I could do all of this. But that's why I do it. But now I truly believe in its value, and if I given the opportunities which I've had before, but I didn't appreciate it. But now I think I've learned to appreciate it more. Like once I meet the right people, and I have faith that the music will even spread on its own, but it does require a little bit of a push, and that's the marketing, that's the promo. I get that, but I don't quite know how to do all that. So I'm open to learning. Coming
back to meditation, not pushing, not pulling, but walking.
Yes. That's the. For me, marketing feels sometimes it's too like forceful or something. I don't like being marketed to myself. I don't even like it when somebody says.
I hate marketing.
Yeah.
Because I can see past marketing, and okay, there's good marketing. Most of it, 90% is like.
I realized 3 days ago that half of my name spells marketing.
Markus, the marketing guy.
Yeah. The first 4 letters are like. Maybe I should just focus on that. Like, yeah. But
Mark the thing.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark the thing.
No, I don't hate. I love
it. Mark is also the god of war. So there you go. But I do genuinely. I think ideally I would have other people doing this because I don't think it's a healthy thing to do everything yourself. I don't think so. Some people can pull it off, but we've seen that it doesn't work for me. We've clearly seen that. It's too much. It's way too much.
Yeah, like with the podcast, I think I also need to do most of my things myself, but there's a limit to it.
Yeah. Maybe in the beginning it's the test. Like we all have to start like that.
And what I realized then now as I'm doing this, probably now when I'm doing this, if I need to actually order something, I will be much more demanding of the lighting, the videos. I know what to ask for.
Same with my music. But the thing is also, the better I get, the higher gets the standard. Constantly. But also like this, that now I know, even if I work with musicians, now I know, I don't like say it afterwards. I know beforehand, like I need you to do this. If you don't like it, I'll hire somebody else, you know. Otherwise, it becomes this ego game. Oh, I'll play it my way. No, you play like this is my band. Fuck off, you know. But now I can I don't have to be like that. Like I can communicate it beforehand. Like let's say in the studio, you do it like I say. When we're live, you do whatever you want. Then we can Or if it's that kind of song that I need somebody who I trust their ability and they're just, do your thing. There's but I've learned a lot how to even like with the video we made at Europe, I showed no leadership. I was a complete idiot. But now I noticed that a project like that requires a really clear like vision. Mm-hmm. And if everybody's kind of I don't know, it's really difficult. Same with music, like and probably business too. Like you need the strong leader, otherwise it just usually doesn't work, or it's really inefficient. Mm-hmm. And you have to be clear to tell people what you want. Mm-hmm. But this I've had to learn the hard way. But I think that I'm pretty good at it now. But open to being better or hiring people to like maybe take care. But here's the problem, Jaan, that I need help with. I can make it very clear. I don't have the money to hire the people I need. So how do I get to that point? That I guess I have to get to a certain level of financial status because the people I need, I don't want to work with like amateurs either,
Do you want the answer?
Yes, please.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think you can decipherate. What do you call? You can code it yourself, decipher yourself, but the word is trust.
Trust. Okay.
If you don't have money, then you can not replace it, but replace sounds bad. But then you need to build it with trust.
But how does that like reward somebody who wants to work with me when they need money? Like they need more than my trust. I guess they have to believe in it enough themselves, first of all.
But it needs to be like both ways.
Mutual, yeah.
Because I was thinking about like when I was doing the student union and the younger days, the parties, I had so many people helping me for nothing.
Right. And people have done this my whole life. Yeah. Like I wouldn't even be here otherwise. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really understand that that's what's happened.
Mm-hmm. There was the youthness in it because no one had the family to how you say if trust, and like you said yourself, if you have a strong and a clear vision, and you're willing to trust the people around you, then I think the money is not an issue.
Yeah, and I don't even need to make. I don't need. I'll give all the money away.
Take it easy. It's like take it.
Oh yeah, we're yeah.
Take it easy now, one step at a time.
But I almost no. Actually, that's actually like something I thought about. Like I think the artist should be poor. Like that feels. I don't need. I'm saying like
it's like I
want the people around me to be like. Imagine if you're the poorest person on Earth and everybody else is a millionaire. That's still a pretty good planet. And you have a place to sleep.
In a way, but you're going to extremes. Like you're sacrificing. Like I'm sacrificing myself so everyone else can be a millionaire.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
But
But don't you think like the president of USA should be like living in a one room apartment somewhere? They'd understand what the people are actually going through. Why do they have to live in some fucking? Why does Putin have to have 10 palaces?
Yeah, Putin maybe is the extreme.
He's in connection.
But let's say.
But
you don't need to be poor. That doesn't rich. Maybe take that like if it's a precondition.
But I can still have really good guitars. Like work in the best studios ever. But just to live in, I just want to live like a poet in a simple room with a bed and a kettle and a guitar. And I don't like. I think if I live in a fancy driving a Ferrari,
but if you're poor,
okay, I want to live like that for 5 years maybe, fancy house. But after that, I want to give away everything. Mm-hmm. I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. It's a free world.
Yeah. But that's
I would like to know what it's like to do that. That's what I'm saying.
But if you can do it in smaller steps, like give away. You don't need to give away like one or nothing. Give away something small.
Yeah.
Like you're like going to the extremes, and then but it kind of like.
But anyway, we're not there yet. Anyway, we don't have to worry.
But it's a good. But it's very important. But if you're doing, let's say, an external person might hear it as you want to build.
Let's sign him. You can make a lot of money.
No, you want to build the coolest thing ever, but then in the end you want to give it all away.
But I also believe the more you have to give, and the more you give, the more you have.
But let's focus first on having.
Yeah. But what if you only can have if you give? Like it works both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah.
But you currently want to give
Yeah.
It's like going to the.
Yeah.
And because I think it's hard to work together with a person who, because then if you're not, it's poor is the wrong word, but if you're not in control of yourself, maybe the definition of poor needs opening up.
And rich also. I don't think Elon Musk is rich. Maybe he has a lot of money, but he seems poor. When I look at him and I listen to his interviews and tweeting all day, he seems like a very poor person. Maybe the richest and poorest person on earth.
That's why he's so rich, maybe.
He looks sad to me. I almost feel bad. And he said it himself. I mean, he's
angry also. Having back pains.
Yeah,
I had back pains, and then I realized it's just suppressed anger, and then the back pain went away.
I think my back is pretty good. I'm in decent shape. I have more problems with neck and shoulders. That's where I just did the reflexology, and she said,
"What do you think are the?"
And here, because I have so much tension, like I play so much, guitar and stuff, so I have to constantly keep these open. But yeah, building this, but actually, it's not just about building a team around me. I think you asked about the why I do it, but also I think even ultimate, I want to build a community. And that could be fans, that could be friends.
Why?
I think just the sense of feeling connected, belonging. We talked earlier about depression. I think that's another thing. When we're feeling depressed, it's a lack of connection.
Connected, needed.
It's like extreme disconnection or something. Can you relate? And the community, like a safe...
No one understands me.
Yeah.
Everyone's an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
12 subscribers.
I don't understand anyone else.
Can I even get 13? I think there might be 13 now. I haven't checked.
But the first time I did
if there's 13, I'm going to go celebrate.
I got 3,000 views on one podcast.
I'll buy you a beer. If there's 14, I'll buy you 2.
I will subscribe and Maria will subscribe.
Yeah, like now there'll be like 1,000 subscribers.
But if you do this like if you would do like meaningful connection 1 or 2 a day, that gives you like 300 or 700 subscribers a year.
Yeah, I mean it could happen. Like it can change very quick. I think now it's just people don't know that it's and also I've been told like you have to put videos out of me playing actually, or that helps, and the social media content and all this stuff helps, performing, even doing this. And
what do you want to do?
I really want to travel the world with put together a great band and perform, put on a hell of a show that you will never forget.
Nice.
And once you've experienced that, then you'll always want to experience it again. And you'll tell, wow, like we saw this. And I'm not into the fancy light shows like Coldplay. I respect all these guys. They're, doing these. But really just pure musicianship and great sound and great songs and looking cool and fucking sexy as hell. And I want women and men in the band and dancers and just like... bringing out the wild demon angels in the audience and like ecstatic dance times 1,000, but with real music. And you were at our mutual friend's birthday a few years ago, Rano, our ceremony. This like a celebration ceremony. It's as if it's the last performance on earth. Anyway, travel the world and meet musicians from different countries, and maybe everywhere we go, like play with some local musicians in the band. Always there's always 2 openings or something in the band. Just this kind of stuff. And then of course recording constantly wherever I'm going, recording and performing and meeting people. And if somebody wants to join our carnival, then they're welcome to join, but they might have to do something like a job or something, either part of the social media or film or... But yeah, build a traveling carnival for the modern world.
What is your first step towards that goal?
Well, I did work on this album for like a year, a lot of work, and now I'm so relieved that it's then I can start putting all that 12 hours per day into purely this now that we're talking about, like all that time and energy, because it is just a matter of work. Everything can be done. Like I do believe that. So yeah, the path is already unfolding as we speak. And I mean, the album was only released December 20th, so just like 10 days ago. It's for everybody else it's new. For me it feels like
that's funny.
I'm kind of exhausted with it, but I'm also excited to start like performing the songs now, like taking them to the next level.
It's a funny process. Like you have to sing it,
yeah.
You need to put it in a package, and then you get to like.
And I've heard it already a million times. Like it's like I can't. But I do get the spark when you like. I was with some people the other day, and we were playing it on loop because they liked it so much, and just seeing this like that. Excites me.
Can I say, for me, I'm always wondering. Let's say Adele, thinking about her breakup, and she's doing it like over and over. Like
it's
when does a artist stop performing a song?
I think there's
or is it ever?
Depends. I think for artists they have their songs that they keep. I think mainly for the audience because they know the audience is paying to. There are artists who don't give a fuck, like Bob Dylan. Like he's he has
still alive.
Yeah. My friend said he went to see him in Helsinki, and the tickets were like €200 and zero interaction with the audience. He just sat behind a piano with a big hat. We don't even know if it was Bob Dylan, and just like mumbled through his new stuff. Like it was the worst show ever. But the fact that he was telling me about it like that, I thought, wow, genius. Like respect. Like totally trolling everybody. I mean, he won the Nobel Prize for Literature, and he didn't even show up at the awards. Nobody knew who he was because he doesn't use he doesn't use computers. And later he did write a speech, I think, for it, and they turned that into a book, just his speech. What was the question again? Yeah, why did I start talking about Bob Dylan? Yeah, what steps are being made? Like, yeah, I guess the process is happening.
Or let's say, can I ask like this?
Yeah.
Do you want? But
I'm excited to talk about this. I notice when I start like.
This means it's real.
Yeah, like it's so exciting.
I'm just thinking. I don't know why. Do you need any guardrails?
I think I should not have access to my social media sites. That would be. I don't think it's possible right now, but at some point when it's possible, that no, that's absolute necessary.
Why is it? The funny thing is, why is it social media? Why is it not your
computer?
mug, computer.
I would love to not even
telephone number.
I would love even to not have a computer or phone. Like I don't.
This is like only you're cutting off the.
But they're dangerous.
So, but you're
they're
cutting
full
off
of temptation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, that's why you asked me about guardrails, and that's the. I mean, that's the way to go. If I was managing an artist like myself, step one, take away their devices. Or like restrict them. Like you have to have this. The artist is. You can't trust an artist. Like I say, never trust a poet. They'll burn fucking the whole world to hell if you give them the matches. Especially when they're in a bad mood.
But in a way, then you need to trust someone.
Yeah.
To give
exactly,
and vice versa.
And there are people that I trust, but I don't know if they trust me. But I mean, yeah, I would love to have people around me like that who can manage it. But I think I still have to like earn the trust also, like get to a certain level. For example, it's just the social media metrics and stuff. I don't think record labels are even interested in signing an artist if you don't have like 1 million followers. Because that's like it's a proof of concept for them when they see they see some shows and people are going, you know, that's their. Back in the day, they would invest in artists like me right away from day one, and then you know take time to call. They can't afford to do that anymore. It's not the way it works. The music industry doesn't work like that anymore. Unless maybe you're 20 or 18 and like, oh, we can like, more. But for me, like I'm a hard case. So they have to see that it's. But at that point, I don't need them anymore. If it's like, I would rather hire you than some record label that I don't know, because it is about trust. Or something like someone like you who knows me, who knows how I operate, and who knows my cycles and my, how it works. But it is, people are always telling me now, like, you have to market it, you have to promo it, and I can do only what I can do. I can't force people to like my music or anything like that. Yeah.
What's your favorite color? Of girls.
Definitely like black girls. No. Yes, I like all girls actually. Not all, but yeah. I don't have a type. People have this type. Oh, that's not my type. My type is a cool person and who's beautiful and smart and amazing. Yeah.
Describe your ideal wife.
It's kind of generalities probably. I suppose somebody who kind of gets this artist game. You have to maybe a little bit be an artist yourself. I don't know, or would it be better to like somebody who's not an artist? I'm not quite sure. The traditional housewife.
Which
gender?
No, what kind of husband would you be?
Oh, I was going to ask. Yeah. What kind of husband do you want? What kind of husband would I be?
What do you
like? What you said could be a good
what
man.
Do you want and what do you give?
I don't have to be a great husband. I just want to be a good husband, because great is about, again, the ego thing. Good is more humble. You don't have to be great. But I want to be a great artist, but just a good person who... I do actually want to have money before I want to take care of my partner. That she has options, because I think the feminine spirit wants to roam free. I have a little bit traditional views maybe regarding this. Like, at least my DNA, the Viking conqueror protector, I want to make sure that she feels safe. But I haven't managed to do that in my previous relationships at all, and that's probably why they didn't work. And from what I see, a lot of relationships fail when they, not always, if it's not acknowledged, this kind of that people want these traditional roles. If they don't want, that's okay, but then they have to they have to acknowledge it and be aware of it. But definitely make her, if she wants to work, she can work, but she can even she can come and go as she pleases. Like, if she doesn't want to be with me, go off to Africa for 5 months or whatever. I don't want to be a prison. Or I might want to, and if it's okay with her, then yeah, I keep her in a cage if she wants that. Like, or I'll be in her cage. Like, just like tickle my ass with a feather and feed me some carrots. I don't know. But I also want somebody who I can have fun with and explore, and who's kind of on my level, but challenges me and demands from me to be at my highest level. I don't want to be accepted for like who I am. Some fat, lazy slob, broke loser. No, I want her to demand from me like to be a god. Yeah. And if I'm not, I want her to feel disappointed. I want a Cleopatra. Maybe I shouldn't say that also out loud.
Like, are you willing to like embrace, because it comes with the full package?
I like this kind of. But again, I don't think everybody should want this, and I get that it's not for everybody. But I also want somebody to, maybe if they can either be an artist, not necessarily, if a musician, okay, but someone I can share also the creative process with, maybe, like to explore that, because that's its own thing that requires more than just like, ooh, have some fun, but like serious skills. I don't know where that could lead, but maybe a little bit open also, that like if she needs to explore others, I don't know how, it's easy to say it now, but when to deal with that, like how like I think That's who I want to worship. I want to worship my partner. That's what I want to say to your previous question.
Sounds nice.
But also both ways. I want to serve her and her serve me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But first, you need to serve yourself.
Yeah. Love myself. I don't even know if I believe in myself. Like, I don't know if I believe in a self. It's like another fiction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need to love ourselves? Fuck ourselves. You can do that too, but...
you can do whatever.
at
maybe
least
love your body.
At least on Thursdays and twice on Sundays.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. Semen retention is good though for men. The God power.
Maybe. I have changed my mind.
I've changed it many times. Yeah. It depends what you do though.
Yeah.
Like it can offer... It's worth exploring though, I think. Mm-hmm. And then like you probably explored it for yourself to change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to have a opinion about it before you've even explored it. You know.
Mm-hmm. But this in another episode, semen. What's it called?
Retention.
Yeah, semen retention. This will be in another episode.
Yeah, coming soon. I was worried one thing that would happen in this podcast with you that we're going to talk about a million things and it's just like chaos because that's how my brain works. Mm-hmm. It's not. I don't have a linear. I'm bad at like let's now just talk about this. Every time I try to write a book like about a subject, mm-hmm. It started like I wrote a book last summer about guitar. Mm-hmm. I completed it, but I start talking about like semen retention in a guitar book.
Mm-hmm. Was it the gods are?
The Gods Are Laughing. That's the one I told you about that book. Mm-hmm. That's another book I finished. I wrote 2 books mm-hmm. last summer. Mm-hmm. The Gods Are Laughing, mm-hmm. and then Guitar Mastery. I don't have a name for it yet, but like a 200, 300 page book just on my approach to guitar and making music and
maybe sell those books like music. Maybe that's your like the music is the freemium.
Yeah.
Model of Markus.
What do you mean?
Like because you need to you can't ask money from Spotify like.
Well, Spotify pays me.
Yes, but for the music in like the music is the teaser and then the books can be the business.
Yeah. That is. I do love writing. So, mm-hmm. And 8 years ago, I wrote a book called The Music Maker, but my girlfriend said it was terrible, so I didn't release it. But somebody else might like it. So mm-hmm. I do have the manuscript. And about 14 years ago, I wrote a book of poetry called "Love Is a Dog from Hell." No, that's Bukowski. What did I call my book? Something like that, anyway. Mm-hmm. No, Love Poems from Hell. Mm. Yeah, and I never released it. So that's something I have these like they're manuscript levels, but I could easily start like a Gumroad page or something where you can actually they're not for free. Like if you want to, like you said, use the music as a music is my shop window, mm-hmm. and you come inside and then I also have like working on a documentary. I bought a camcorder a few years ago. I've been shooting a lot of footage and mm-hmm. I recorded like I've tried to make an album that didn't work out. So like how to fail at making an album or something, mm-hmm. like a failed album documentary. I could sell that on Vimeo. So I could, mm-hmm. Of course I could offer like tutorials and stuff like this. So there's a lot of potential. But it's all like work. All of these, one thing is just like a full project. Like I just mm-hmm. don't have the time for it. Mm-hmm. Like all my time has gone now into this. So, but I think it's just a matter of step by step putting it all together, and slowly, just every day you do something, and it's a little bit further. But if I had 10 people working with me, I think we could make serious money. And at some point, of course, the concert. Live shows and sell stuff there, merch, vinyl. My friend, Hein was talking about that, people buy vinyls. That's mm-hmm. a great, you can make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So there's money to be made in all of this. Just turning it into that business that like, it's just easier to say, but it requires somebody has to do it. Yeah, and I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Like literally.
If we're going to now focus down.
Yep.
And I will ask the same question that I asked in the beginning.
Okay.
To focus it on. Markus, who are you?
I'm just a human being having an experience on Earth, sharing what I discover.
One more time, please.
I'm a human being on Earth, roaming the Earth. Maybe I'm an alien, but yeah.
Can I ask what's version 2?
Version 2.
Mm-hmm. If you need to put it in a box and on a shelf.
I think now is the 2.0, maybe 4.1.
Okay.
Like now this is my first podcast, so first version was fake, but now I'm real fake. I'm like proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. Like this is me. Take it or leave it, you know. But if maybe to clarify, like the next version, like from this, I suppose. I think just to really do this, put it all together now, build a team, build a community, and a nice loyal following and an audience, and turn this into a thing that people can take part of, even like if they want, like give the humans the option of enjoying it. You know, the somebody's creating something that he believes in. Because if I take it all away, I'm depriving people of this also. So to what we just talk about, to actually do it. So next year, probably like in a year, if we talked again, that's and hopefully also to deal with of course the depression and all that is a work in progress. That's always wants to fuck everything up. To somehow be able to learn to deal with that also, so I don't fuck it up. There's always that a little bit of a fear associated with it. But I have to just go, even like I came to do this podcast, I have to just do it. Yeah.
Can I push?
Yeah.
Push. I was thinking about closing it up, but now I'm tempted to see what's behind the fear. Because if you fear fucking up again, you will fuck up again.
Yeah.
That's kind of the paradox.
And yes, true. But I think I've kind of developed a comfort zone for myself, like being the way I am. Almost like some kind of creative bubble, or I don't know, creative bubble, but like I'm quite proud of the new album. And I thought if I'm living like this and I can create this kind of album, maybe I have to be careful if I'm messing with the sauce too much. You know, I found the secret sauce. And if I get fame or success and stuff, I might lose what I have, you know. And when I'm at home at peak creativity working on my music or wherever I'm recording it, like, yeah, I think that's the fear. I'll lose lose what I have. It won't get better. It won't, and I'll miss what I had now. Like even if I find all this that I've talked about, I will.
Remember,
it won't take me further towards, like if we're talking about the meditation and stuff. Maybe it'll just be more it'll take me further away from that. And all the trappings of success and music industry and business and all that. It's like, is that really what will bring me what I'm looking for? I don't know. But that's the fear. That's the best I can answer that. Other than I don't know.
Thank you, Markus.
Thank you
for opening up, for sharing this time.
Fake shit. No, I'm now mocking it. Yeah, now I'm like, you have a, yeah.
And
you're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad we did this though. I was a little bit disappointed when you said you can't do it. A little bit annoyed.
I think you.
But I couldn't complain. Obviously, like I got a taste of my own medicine. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad we did it. Actually, yeah. Mm-hmm. This was fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Go check out my new album.
Yes. I was actually wondering.
We probably got confused with the names, so Mark Lund is now my artist name.
Can I
maybe put the link in?
Can I use the song in the intro of the podcast?
On YouTube?
Yeah. Or how
you can use it, but it'll just tell you there's a copyright claim. But you can use it, but
the copyright claim will come if you mark it as copyright.
No, YouTube finds it automatically. Even when I upload it, it's like you can't hide from it. It's there's a digital code there in the songs. But you can, like, if you need to use it longer, I think I might have to give you like permission or something. Which
what
I don't know actually how it works.
Short and sweet way of putting it in.
I don't know actually. Like I'll say yes, but I don't like.
Or at the end of the podcast.
What do you mean? Like as part of the song or something?
Yeah. No, did you ruin it?
No. Like you, yeah. No. Yeah.
What?
Maybe.
No. Will it?
It might.
Will I ruin the song by just putting like a snippet or something?
No.
Okay.
Ever since I can remember, I needed music to stay alive. When I began to write my own songs, I knew that everything would be alright. Been spending most my life living in a drifter's paradise. Been spending most my life living in a drifter's paradise. When I feel like I don't belong anywhere on earth, but I've been lost. Get lost in the music, get lost in the songs. You look at everything and it's just so sad that nothing lasts. Hearing is so beautiful, but so bittersweet. This happiness hurts like hell. Spending most our lives living in the drifter's paradise. But spending most our lives living in the drifter's paradise. Woo! Living in the drifter's paradise. Living in the drifter's paradise. We artists and mystics are a strange bunch. One moment smooth sailing, then it's crispy crunch. Hit the rock, shipwreck, casting the sensitive, difficult while crazy, lonely, romantic. Looking for our Wilson. Nothing better than living life unwind. 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 Living in the drifter's paradise. The drifter's paradise. Living in the drifter's paradise. Lost track of the time, making music all night. Writing this new song called Drifter's Paradise. Completely forgot to eat, now it's getting late and time for bed. But I'm hungry as fuck. happy